Hello everyone, and a big, warm and nice welcome back to my channel. I'm vlogging today because of everything that's happening right now in the world. It's crazy. I think we need to have some entertainment while being locked in at home. I'm not explaining myself very well. Basically, everything is going crazy in the world these days. Denmark is on a lockdown, which means that we can go outside, we can do our groceries, etc. But all of our schools are closed down, all of everything, all of the unnecessary things in life which we don't have to go outside to do have been locked down, basically. And even though we are allowed to go outside, I try to limit myself to staying in my apartments as much as possible and not going out too much, which is why I'm sitting right here right now vlogging. I feel like we need the entertainment, we need the comfort, and we need the togetherness. I've forgotten how much my arms hurts from vlogging. Shake it off, shake it off. I am currently reading a book which I only have about 20 pages left of. This one. So I plan on now making myself a cup of coffee and finishing this book. Afterwards I might grab me some lunch because I'm already pretty hungry, even though it's only 11 AM, but coffee first. I have this new mug, by the way, one of my favorites now. It says cozy. I love it. It's big, it's got lots of coffee in it, so I'm happy. I have 3 different flavors today. I have strawberry and cream, cream coffee, and hazelnut. I think I'm going to do the strawberry and cream one, which is just pure deliciousness. Let's have a smell. I'm sure you've missed seeing me make coffee. Am I right or not? Okay. Where there is sunshine, there is Zeus. Hi, Zeus. I wonder why my cat always has his paw out like this when he's lying down. People say it's because cats like to stretch out, which I'm sure Zeus is a stretcher, right, Zeus? Oh, you're such a beauty, aren't you? I found this, which I had completely forgotten I had. It's basically hand gel. It says it's also soap, so you can wash your hands with it. I mean, this is not available anywhere in Denmark these days, so the fact that I found this makes me feel so lucky. I finished the book, which, by the way, if I didn't mention it earlier, I think I did, but it's Scythe by Niels Justerman. It's the first book in the trilogy. I'm sure you've heard of it. I liked it okay. It was a 3-star read for me. It was intriguing, definitely an interesting premise, but it was just an okay read. So I'm definitely going to continue on with the series once libraries are opened again, because I did put in an order for the next 2 books a few days ago, but all libraries have now been closed, so I will have to wait after this corona drama has stopped. But that means I get to choose another book I want to read, and I do have a few library books down here. Let me just kneel for you, which I have lined up. 2 of these are library books, the last 2. This one is a book I borrowed from my mother, so I don't need to read that one right away. I can hold on to it for a little bit longer, but these ones need to be read. And okay, first of all, we have this one. I think it's called The Flat Share in English by Beth O'Leary. It's a very fluffy, comfy, contemporary read, I think. I definitely need something fluffy these days, I feel like, so, but this is the book I'm very eager to read. The Institute by Stephen King. I managed to find the Danish version in my local library, and I'm just curious to read this one. I don't have the biggest of success with reading Stephen King because I tend to love his beginnings and then don't really care for the rest of the books. But this one might be a bit too heavy to read right now because I just finished Scythe in there, so I might choose this one. And also, let me show you what I have been reading currently. Lately, I was trying to say 2 other library books which I wouldn't call comfy and light. And that's the reason why I feel like I need a comfy and light book now. But I have read some big and heavy books. I have read Starsight by Brandon Sanderson, the second book to his Skyward series. This one was a surprise. I think I actually liked this one a bit better than the first one, so that was good. And then I've also been reading Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo, the shared Mad Booker Prize winner of last year. And I understand completely why it won the prize. It's a really good book. It's one of those important reads that tells about women in today's society, different kinds of women. It kind of reads like short stories because every chapter is a different woman, but all of the women are entwined in some way. So it was really good. It was important, and I think it was more of a 4-star read for me because it was a bit repetitive, a little bit, but I definitely agree that it's a great book that you should read if you want to. But I guess I'll figure out later what to actually pick up next. Because what I have to do now, first of all, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. But what I have to do now is to actually record 2 videos for my students on Monday. Because at my school, we have closed down the school, and from Monday and 2 weeks on, we are going to do remote teaching, which is pretty new to all of us. So I'm planning on actually recording 2 instruction videos for my students. We'll see how it goes. It's about French, it's about grammar and all that interesting jazz. But I've never done this before. Obviously, I've done booktube videos, but this is pretty different. So I think I'm going to do that now, and then afterwards, let's see what happens then. For eksempel, hvis man vil sige, hvad laver du i dag? Så siger man, qu'est-ce que først? Qu'est-ce que? Hvad? Qu'est-ce que tu fais aujourd'hui? Hvad laver du i dag? Eller, hvad spiser du? Så spørger man bare med qu'est-ce que? Qu'est-ce que tu manges? Så qu'est-ce que er ikke så svært at bruge. I'm going to attempt to bake these muffins today, which are basically just muffins with chocolate chips. And the thing is, I'm going to cut it in 3, the recipe, because this recipe is for, I think it's for 12 big muffins, and I definitely don't need 12 muffins for myself. So I'm going to cut it in 3, but yeah. I will try and see how it goes. I haven't done these before, but I kind of feel like baking just to have something to do and also have something yummy to eat. So let's start with preheating the oven. I definitely need a bowl. 2 bowls. Hi there. Need to wash my hands, obviously. Oh, I need a mixer. So many things I need. Now, normally I would be listening to the radio right now, but the radio is also shut down here in Denmark, so that they are playing music, but that's it. No programs, no talking. I think that's a bit sad, but completely understandable. So 170 grams of sugar. That's about 60 grams of sugar. And let me just take this opportunity to say that I feel like this is such an unfortunate situation, and if I haven't already mentioned it, I really want to let you know that my heart goes out to each and every one of you, each and every one of us, whether you are living in a country like Italy where everything is just so sad, so chaotic, or whether you know someone who has been affected by this disease, or if you've lost someone because of this disease. I mean, every one of us, I feel like this is such an unfortunate situation. We must stick together, and my heart goes out to each and every one of you. Also those of you like me who haven't been affected by this yet, but who live with this fear. I'm not really fearful that things will happen, but you can never be sure. And I do have some parents at home which I wish the best of luck, but it is a very precarious situation, obviously. I mean, 1 month ago, who would have thought that we would be standing here, being locked up in our apartments? Also, all the tweets you see about people hamstring toilet paper, whatever, empty shelves in the supermarket. I mean, I understand it somewhat, but this is just so surreal that it's, I don't know, I don't even have the words to describe it, but I don't think any of us was expecting this 1 month ago. 1 egg. I can do 1 egg. Also, something that really encourages me is to go on Twitter and see all of those amazing tweets from Italy in which people, they are actually standing on their balconies singing to each other, making these huge performances in the streets while not being together. It's so encouraging to see how people come together and support each other through singing and trying to bring joy through these desperate times. So those tweets I love. I don't really love those tweets in which people are fighting over toilet paper, I must say. Yep. I need an apron for this. Now the thing is that this recipe calls for oil, and I don't have any oil besides from sesame oil, but I don't think this will bring the right flavor. I do have this spray olive oil, so I'm going to try and use that and see if that works at all. How much? I have no idea. This seems weird. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's try this. So this is the situation. And also chop the chocolate. I do have chocolate. I don't know why I'm guiding you through this. I think I'm desperate to talk to someone. It's been, by the way, 3 days now since our lockdown. The lockdown happened on Wednesday night. Today is Saturday. I actually spent most of Wednesday at home as well because I didn't have any classes, so I worked from home. So I've basically been home for 3.5 days now, which means I need company, so hi. And now I need to chop chocolate, which I completely forgot to do. How much chocolate? 150 grams, and 1/3 of that. That must be 50, right? I mean, I'm bad at math, but I'm not that bad. Maybe I should put this in the fridge. How are you liking my apron, by the way? Very bell-like, isn't it? Okay, need to be serious. I also need to turn on the oven. By the way, if you're wondering where Zeus is, he is in my office sleeping naturally. I'm sure he will wake up once I'm done baking. Okay. Helen's baking channel right here, live. I'm such a pro, so you don't want to miss this. This is what it's looking like right now. So this needs to go in here, and this needs to go in here, and then I need to prepare some muffin forms for here, and then in the oven. Everything is good. I didn't have any large muffin forms, so I found these little ones, and there was actually enough for 6 of them, doing a third of that recipe. Where there is sunshine, there is Zeus once again. Hi Zeus! Ooh, such a handsome boy, right? These muffins smell delicious, so this is my plan. I'm starting this book now, buckling in for a few hours, eating my muffin, and here's Zeus. So once I get a few pages in, I will obviously let you know whether this is good or not. I mean, sometimes it's a fine balance with these kinds of books and me, because sometimes I'm exactly in the mood for a fluffy read, other times I'm not really. So let's see how this goes. I will definitely let you know what I think so far when I see you again. Also what I think about the muffins, which I'm pretty sure are going to be great, but you never know, I might have completely screwed up the recipe. Nej. Godt, perfekt. Ja, det er lige meget. Der kan du bare trykke næste, tror jeg. Kan du ikke? Ja, fortsæt. Det er bare, hvordan det skal se ud, når du går ind på Skype. Ja, nu er du det samme sted, som jeg er. Nu er det så, at vi skal prøve at finde hinanden. I just got off the phone with my parents, and we managed to install Skype on their iPad, which was what I was trying to do, and it happened. So that was really good. Now we can see each other while talking in the future, so that's a success. I have also started this book, which I think is good. I mean, it's the right type of mood for me right now to read this book. I will say it's a bit confusing. It's written from 2 persons' perspectives, and the man is quite confusing to read from. For instance, there is a point in the book where the 2 people decide to meet up on a Saturday, but then it turns out that it's a Sunday they are meeting up, and there is no explanation as to why the day has changed. That confused me a little bit. So far so good. I'm 50 pages in. I ate 2 of the muffins. They were good. I mean, they weren't my favorites. They were a little bit dry, which I think is because of the oil I used, which was not liquid oil, but spray. But they were good enough. So now I have 4 left for the upcoming days. And Zeus is being, oh, he just stopped, but he is playing along and having a nice sunny day together with me. me show you the only book that I have bought for myself this year. I'm so proud of myself. I've been using my library a lot more and only buying one book so far. And that is this beauty, Long Bright River by Liz Moore. I couldn't help myself because this book wasn't available in Danish libraries for some reason, and it seemed like none of Liz Moore's books are in Danish libraries. I don't know why, she should be, but I figured that if I really wanted to read this new release of hers, which I did, I would have to buy it. Actually, let's take a look at my shelves, which look like this. I only have two. It's been pretty constant like this for the past year. I did receive a few books for Christmas. Let me show you. For this one, for instance, which I haven't read yet. And this one was part of a mini gift from my sister. And I also received some other books which are down here. This one, Lock Every Door by Riley Sager, which I know is very popular on BookTube. And there is one last book I received, this one, which I have already read. I've become a huge fan of Maren Uthaug, who is a Danish/Norwegian author. I really loved her books. She has 3 novels out. This one, and then a third one, which I don't have on my shelves. But all books are amazing. This one will have to be my favorite of hers. I also have Zeus here, in case you thought he had been lost, which he hasn't. Oh, I got myself a new couch as well, which is a couch that Zeus is able to hide beneath, and he does so sometimes, which I find hilarious. But it's a new couch and I love it. It looks pretty much like the old one, but it's better. It's much more better to sit in. And now we are at it. Let me also show you my new bed, which I think you got a glimpse of it earlier, but look at this great beauty. This bed, I mean, it's the comfiest thing ever. It's twice the size of my old bed, and it basically takes up all of my bedroom, but I don't care. I sleep heavenly in it. It's a double king size bed just for me and Zeus, obviously, but I love it. Dinner is completed and I'm going to watch a movie tonight. So I think I'm going to watch Wonder Wheel, which is a movie that's on Netflix. I've been meaning to watch it for a few days now. And I think tonight is the night. It's the one with Kate Winslet. I've never watched it. It's also with Justin Timberlake, which really intrigues me. So I think that's going to be the movie. And I wonder who has taken the best spot on the couch. Let's see. Obviously, it's Zeus. So Zeus has the best spot. I will have to settle for this spot. Once again, this happens every night. I've actually gotten really fond of watching movies lately. I have a LetterBoxd account if you want to follow me and if you want to check out what I've been watching. But it's kind of become part of my night routine. After I've had dinner, it's nice to sometimes sit down and just watch a movie instead of a TV show. Coffee is brewing, it's about to be ready, and I think I'm in for a very comfy night with Zeus.
Those tunes she found, the left thimbles on her fingers made the noise. She read Charleston on the laundry for the boys. She could bang it too.
I love it. That was your maiden name?
I wouldn't like to see you get into trouble.
Can I see the gun? No, you can't. Let's go. See you later, Lindsay.
I'm tired and I'm about to go to bed. I managed to make it to page 95 in this book and I'm really liking it. I mean, it's about this flat share where 2 people live that never meet because one person is working from 9 to 5 and the other person is doing night work. So they share the same bed without ever having met, which is quite interesting. So I'm liking it. The movie, I will say, wasn't my favorite. It was good enough, but as I said, it wasn't my favorite, so let's just leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day and as per usual, happy reading.